13 News Now begins with breaking news.
And that news is this: a skydiver stuck in a tree in what looks like a landing gone wrong.
It happened just south of the Suffolk airport. Here's a look at where that is. He's stuck on a meadow country road. No word yet on any injuries. We've learned police and fire crews are on the scene. 13
News Now has a crew headed there now. We'll keep you updated with the very latest here. Now to a story we've been following for the last month. A bridal shop abruptly closes back in August, and now it's up for sale.
Yeah, House of Maya is auctioning off their entire inventory. Bidders can start making their offers starting at 1:30 this afternoon.
Yeah, but there is a catch. It has to be one buyer. 13 News Now reporter Jacqueline Lee reports now from Norfolk.
In just a little bit, the House of Maya bridal shop will be going up for auction. Literally everything inside must go. That means more than 2,500 gowns, hundreds of accessories, even furniture. But here's the catch. If you want to buy it, you have to buy everything. I'm told that bidders must have a $25,000 deposit to pay up front just to participate. So in a little bit, we're going to talk to bidders who are interested in buying this place and find out why. We'll also find out how much this place is going to go for. In Norfolk, Jacqueline Lee, 13 News Now.
We go to breaking news now. 3 months after being shot during a congressional baseball game, House Majority Whip Steve Scalise walked into Congress today. Congress welcomed him back with a standing ovation. He's still recovering from a shattered femur and damage to his hip. He'll be voting in today's vote first series. In developing now, police are on the lookout for a prisoner on the loose.
Portsmouth police say Clifton Green escaped police custody last night. They tell us he was in custody on several outstanding warrants. He's 30 years old, about 5'11" tall, and 155 pounds. Now, if you know where he is, do not approach. Call 911 immediately. Now, 13 News Now, just a little background check on Green. He has multiple drug charges in the past, but we could not find any charges for violent offenses. Well, in just a few hours, volunteers are set to gather and search for missing 19-year-old Ashanti Billie. Volunteers are set to meet at Tally-Ho Terrace and Azalea Garden Road from 4 p.m. until 6 p.m. Now, this is where officers found her cell phone in a dumpster. Meantime, Blimpie, the restaurant where Billie worked at J.E.B. Little Creek, is doing something of its own. The fast food restaurant is adding $10,000 to the FBI's reward, bringing the total for credible information about Billie to $20,000. Now, the college student from Virginia Beach disappeared more than a week ago.
Happening later today, the Isle of Wight sheriff tells us there's been major developments in a double homicide that happened over the weekend. They're holding a press conference at 1 o'clock. Police have been investigating since they found 80-year-old Nancy Starnes and her 58-year-old son Kenneth dead in their Rushmere home. We know someone stole 2 cars, money, and guns from the house. Stay with 13newsnow.com for the latest.
Well, we're working to get an update now on the condition of a woman and 3 children who were hit by a car in Virginia Beach. The woman was riding a bike and pulling the children in a carrier. Police tell us the car overcorrected while making a left turn from Dillon Drive onto Dr. Drive. Now, we're told the woman and one of the kids were pretty badly hurt. 2 other children also had to go to the hospital, but their injuries are not as serious.
Happening right now in Virginia Beach, the woman charged with beating a former Norview wrestling coach is in court. Ken Whitley says a woman and her son beat him. It happened after he rubbed their car while trying to squeeze by with a school bus. Police say the attack happened at Green Run High School before a basketball tournament. He says they were parked in the bus lane. Now, Christy Kushnick's trial started today. She's charged with assault and battery. Her son was a juvenile at the time of the attack back in May. He's charged with the same crimes. We'll keep you updated on today's trial.
Well, a motorcyclist was struck and killed on North Military Highway near Longdale Drive just before 8:30 last night. The 58-year-old motorcyclist collided with an SUV that was making a left-hand turn. Investigators say alcohol and speed do not appear to be factors in this crash.
Now to the ongoing crisis in Puerto Rico. New frustration overnight. Millions of Americans in life-threatening conditions 1 week after Hurricane Maria slammed the island of Puerto Rico. Most have no power. Many have no water. And this morning, millions of pounds of supplies arrived on the island, but sat in the port undelivered. ABC's Kenders Gibson has the latest.
Crisis in Puerto Rico is growing more dire by the day. Vital aid is stranded at the country's main port. food, water, medical supplies sitting in cargo containers. Even more frustrating, the massive amount of donations from people in the U.S. can't even get to the island.
Completely unacceptable. I mean, there are people in Puerto Rico that are in trouble, devastated, and they need these resources ASAP.
An obscure U.S. shipping law called the Jones Act has been seen as a hindrance to speeding up relief efforts. The law forbids foreign ships from transporting goods from one point to another in U.S. territory. Under pressure this morning to do more to help the hurricane-ravaged island, President Trump waived the law. But his comments yesterday raised eyebrows when he suggested the interests of shipping companies who were opposed to the waiver were being considered.
We have a lot of shippers and a lot of people that work in the shipping industry that don't want the Jones Act lifted.
Russell Honore, the lieutenant general who oversaw Katrina relief, on CNN blasted the delay.
And the president has shown again he don't give a damn about poor people. You don't give a damn about people of color. And the SOB that rides around in Air Force One is denying services needed by the people of Puerto Rico.
A full week after Hurricane Maria hit the U.S. territory, only 4% of the island has electricity, only about half drinkable water. 80% of telecommunications are down, and the governor is now warning the country is running out of cash.
It's been hell. It's been absolute hell.
The shipping industry lobbied hard against waiving the Jones Act, saying more ships could overwhelm the system. The U.S. Department of Homeland Security says for now this waiver is good for 10 days. Gloria Riviera, ABC News, Washington.